Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Yoshifumi Yamaguchi. I'm based in Tokyo office. Today, I'm going to talk about what's new in Android Wear 2.0. Before starting my presentation, this URL is the page where I listed up all URLs mentioned in this presentation, so you don't have to take whole notes for URLs here. So please remember this URL beforehand. So let's start from the summary of the main changes in 2.0 update. So far, under the Wear 1.x, we started out with the watches being very reliant on the Android devices, so using the Bluetooth, and then watch application have to talk with a phone application, the companion application. But in 2.0, now we have we enabled under the Wear to use Wi-Fi and then mobile network. So the watch application can talk directly to cloud and by itself. And then of course, the same as so far, the mobile application can talk with the companion application using the Bluetooth. So you can choose the way to get the information from the clouds based on the situation. So we introduced the standalone mode in under the Wear 2.0. And then also the big change has come in watch faces. We have been saying that the personality is really important on the under the Wear, and then we talked everyone to use watches you like and then watch faces you like. But so far, on the watch face left hand, do not have any information other than time. But this is not useful. So we introduced complication API, which enables watch faces to show the many useful information provided from the application. And then also you can directly access to specific application via the complication API. So this is the updates to the watch faces. And now the important part. So on under the Wear, people want to message from people they care about, and then to make communicating with these people fast, fun, and then expressive, we need to have more conversational messaging style. So under the Wear 2.0, we introduced new UI for messaging applications, as shown in right hand side. The last one is fitness. So people want to know the why, not just what. On the left side, under the Wear 1.x, we have been showing just the statistics about the specific movement, like steps shown here. But in 2.0, we encourage developers to show why the user has to do something. For example, in the right-hand side, so the user has to make 2,000 more steps to burn out the meal they had last. So this is a new update in under the Wear 2.0's fitness. So these 5 pillars are the important updates of the under the Wear 2.0. So we introduced the new user interfaces, and then also standalone application, and then new watch faces, the complication API, and then new messaging style, and then new fitness updates. So let's drill down into each topics. So starting from the new user interfaces. So there are a number of system UI changes in Android Wear 2.0. And we introduced a new launcher for quicker access to the application, and a new notification experiences that makes getting to applications and then also performing the action faster. And then also we introduced new watch face pickers. So there is a video about Android Wear 2.0 developer preview UI changes, but this video takes more than 7 minutes, and then I cannot play whole of this, so I picked up some from this video. So if you want to watch whole, please access to this URL to watch it. So this is a new launcher. If you press the physical button, you get to the new launcher. The difference from the 1.x is that the UI gets more circular UI, and then also it remembers the application, which application is launched last time, and then if you access to the launcher next time, you can easily access to the application which you used last. And then the second one is settings drawer. In 1.x, in order to access specific settings, you had to swipe left and right. But in 2.0, once you draw down the settings navigation drawer, then you can access to whole settings in one card. This is a really nice update, I think. And then also we introduced new watch face picker. So just swiping the watch face from left to right, you can access to new watch faces. So these are new updates new UI updates in Android Wear 2.0, but this is not the all. So please watch the video I introduced earlier if you're interested in the updates of all in Android Wear 2.0. So this is the summary of the big changes in a UI. So in 1.x, we set 2D layout as default, but we found that scrolling the multidimensionally, scrolling the UI in a multidimensionally make users and then developers confused. So we found that restricting the primary actions into vertical card makes users and developers more comfortable. So written as shown in the right-hand side. So in Android Wear 2.0, we are doing two things to address this. So one is the expanded notification, and then this application-like, and then also this introduces application-like experiments familiar to the user, and then tap to expand the card. And then also we introduced one-dimensional design, as you see. And then, in other words, this changes is the introduction of the material design on the Android Wear. So we set the mainstream as a content view, as you see in the bottom. And then the wearable navigation drawer on the top, as you see in the right-hand side, to switch between main areas of the application. So the navigation drawer changes the type of the stream in content view. And then wearable action drawer on the bottom, on the left side, to take the users for their actions, like replies or archives or discard. So application should follow this guideline in the UI. So left-hand side, this animation shows the messaging application, and then on the left-hand side, if scroll down to the bottom, the user can draw up the action menu, then do some actions. On the right-hand side, the user is changing the navigations, and then it changes the type of the mainstream. So this is the big changes in system UI. Since we introduced material design for Android Wear 2.0, we introduced a new color schema as well. So darker colors are more suited to social environment, and also that saves battery life in OLED displays. So we are encouraging the developers to darker color scheme, and then as you see, the darker color scheme is also working well to get the information from where. So if you are interested in the new darker scheme colors, then please access to the material color palette, which includes the new color palette for this kind of darker color schema. And then also I want to emphasize that now Android Wear application got the full applications. I mean, the Android Wear application can run by itself. So you have to think that the Android Wear application is not just a nice to have application, but it's the real application. And then since 1.x, we have been we introduced the always on application. So with the combination of the standalone application and the always on application, the Android Wear application gets more usable for users. So let's think about the to-do application in a supermarket store. Without bringing your phone, the Android Wear user can access to what to buy list in a supermarket, and then if the developer is using the always on mode in the application, then the user can see what to buy even when the Android Wear gets ambient mode, as you see in the right hand side. User can still access to confirm the what to buy, and then he can still confirm the time at the same time. So this is really useful for users. So this is the summary of the new UI, the new system UI and the material design changes. So we introduced watch face picker, new watch face picker, and then new application launcher, and then new notification stream, and then new navigation model. I mean the action drawer and the navigation drawer. Then we introduced the material design patterns for wearables. The next one is standalone application. The independence, I mean the standalone, is the key part of this update, this Android Wear 2.0 update. So this unlocks new user experiences, like being able to go for a run without bringing phones. So it's a huge positive changes to developer experience as well. And the Android ecosystem knows how to do this. So we are going to make 4 parts of development experience way, more like developing for the phone. So clouds, and authentication, and notifications, and distribution. In 1.x, the Android Wear had to talk to cloud throughout the companion application. But in 2.0, now Android Wear application can talk to Cloud API directly. So you can do a lot more like your phone or your tablet. So you can reuse the code And then also you can use the tools to make the application, Android Wear application. And then for messages, you need to authenticate who is using this Android Wear application. So, but you know how to deal with the authentication in a phone, by phone. So you can do the same thing in Android Wear application. So you don't have to do the authentication in the phone, and then you have to send that authentication data using the data item method to the Android Wear, what we had to do in a 1.x. And also, now the Android Wear application can connect to the cloud directory. Then the Android Wear application can get the notification directly from the cloud. So you don't have to send or bridge the notification data from the Android application, Android phone application, or Android tablet applications. And then finally, now Android Wear can access to the cloud directory. It can download Android Wear application directly from the Google Play Store. So you don't have to create a micro APK inside the main APK of the companion application. And then also iPhone users also can make use of the Android Wear application, because now the Android Wear don't have to be connected with the Android phone to get the micro APK. So this is a huge improvement on Android Wear 2.0 update. So standalone changed a lot. So now Android Wear developers can think more flexibly about the development of Android Wear application in this update. And another big update to the platform is our new API for watch faces. So in 1.x, we have been saying that the changing watch faces changes your style. But though these all watch faces are really fashionable or really funny or interesting, it's still lacking something. So then we realized that we need to introduce the complication in Android Wear watch faces. The term complication comes from the traditional watchmaking. The complication shows that any information element that is not just telling your time. For example, in this case, you see the day of week, or the complication at the bottom maybe world time or something. So you can do any information other than time in that complication. So in Android Wear 2.0, we introduced complication API. And then complication API is really important to application provider and watch face provider as well. So application provider, I mean application developer, can send the complication data to Android Wear. And then watch face developer can get the complication data from Android Wear framework. And then, for example, if the Google Fit application sends the user's steps as a complication data to Android Wear framework, then watch face complication can show that the number of steps inside the complication. And then The important part is that the data provider, I mean application, only sends the data, and then watch face can decorate that data in their watch faces. So that is really important part. And then also, if you press that complication, then the user can directly access to the application. So the application developer can put the short link on the watch faces. So this is really important update for developers and application developer and watch face developer as well. So in complication, you can put the short text and then icons and then range the value like achievement percentage, and then long text and then small images and then large images. So you can send any information to the watch faces. And if you want to try the new watch faces, please access to us2 watch faces collection. They are providing some samples of the of how to use the complication API on the watch faces. And now on to the messaging. The messaging is an important part of the under the wear. So in 1.x, if we get the notification from the messaging application, then the user swipes to the left and then show the action button, then reply to the senders, then that's it. So you cannot confirm the whole conversation so far. But in 2.0, we introduced a stream API, stream type of UI. So you can directly press the action button and then send the messages. And also we introduced a keyboard as well. So you can type anything. Then you still see the conversation, historical conversation. That is really big changes in the messaging application on Android Wear 2.0. So as you see, you can directly access to the action in the notification like a native application. Then you can reply from the notification still. And then you still see the history of the conversation. So you do not have to change, you do not have to check the phone application in order to check the history of the conversation. So you can finish the conversation, whole conversation on the Android Wear 2.0 application. And then also, the notification gets more app-like. So you think that you need to implement the native application for Android Wear, but if your phone application can set the appropriate notification setting, then Android Wear 2.0 does all the things required for the direct actions from the notification. So just check your notification settings in the application, and then your application gets more useful on Android 2.0. So like this. So if you set the correct notification settings, then Android Wear 2.0 notification shows these kind of actions. Then if you use the messaging application a lot, then if you press the application launcher, you see a lot of, you see your messaging application at the top of the launcher. And finally, the complication API supports the messaging as well. So you see the users, the icons of users who you got the last messages. So this is the updates from the messaging. Lastly, the updates from fitness. So we think that the important part of the Android Wear in 2016 is that more accurate and a more automated counting system. So we need real-time data update notification, and then also the gym activity notifications and recognition, like push-up or chinning up or the squat. Then other activities like walking, running, and bicycle recognition. So we are updating all kinds of sensors and then detectors, and then you can utilize, we are preparing the API for these activities, so you can utilize it more usefully, more handy. Then you can create this kind of fitness application using those kind of useful APIs, which will be released in the end of this year. So these are 5 new updates in Android 2.0. So if you want to confirm everything, please access to the g.co web preview or the URL I showed at the very first slide of this presentation. Then you see a lot of the references, and then you can try everything on the real watch devices. Thank you.